Food banks are increasingly on the rise. Donations have taken a drop, apparently, as a result, no doubt, of everybody tightening their belt. We are in a dire situation. Food poverty in a first world country. But is it just as simple as going down and getting something for dinner?
Food banks across the UK have seen a steady rise in the number of people needing their help in recent years. Last year, leading hunger prevention charity the Trussell Trust saw a record 2% rise in the number of emergency food parcels delivered by its nationwide network of food banks, as more families and individuals struggled to cope with the rising food prices. In Bournemouth alone, over 6,500 parcels were packaged and delivered by volunteers from 2015 to 2016.
Theresa May has not and says she will not lift the 1% pay cap, but I've expressed it as a pay cap many times. But is it just that, or is it, as in the rate of inflation, more of a pay cut? Ambulance drivers in particular are now earning £6,000 a year less than they were in 2010. But we have heard of nurses using food banks. Could ambulance drivers now be faced with food poverty and be forced to use the food bank service? Well, over 1,182,000 three-day emergency food parcels were given out to people in crisis in the last year. 436,000 of those were children. But in London alone, 111,101 three-day emergency food supplies were given out between 2016 and 17. But the largest amount of supplies given out was in the northwest, standing at a staggering 174,489. So with those figures, Theresa May wants to continue with her austerity plan. But one figure that we as public should find alarming, and indeed so should Theresa May, is the one that relates to her very own constituency, Maidenhead. In the southeast region of our country, number of food parcels given out, 106,898. A total across the board statistic for food bank usage has risen in the past year, with 1,182,959,000, like I said, compared to 1,109,309 the year before. Theresa May has been trying to get rid of free school meals. Some families rely on this too. The poorer families don't factor this into their food budget because the child's at school. So during school holidays, what's going to happen? Families in food poverty will suffer even more. Labour's Shadow Cabinet Minister John Trickett has been reported to have said it's utterly shocking that schools are reduced to begging for contributions to prevent kids going without a decent meal during the school holidays, and he has to be right. And he has also said that it's happening anywhere is disgraceful, that it's happening in the Prime Minister's constituency should be a matter of shame to Theresa May. And he's right, isn't he? While this is going on, the families are suffering. What else is Theresa May doing? Her latest move is a £5 billion tax cut for the biggest corporations. But that's not all. While there is an increase in number of food banks in Maidenhead, Maidenhead is the area with the highest average property value in the country outside of London. The average house price in Maidenhead, £409,000. So with what I have said, is Theresa May doing anything about it? It doesn't look like she is. And she also continues to make welfare cuts affecting some of the poorest families still. So when will it stop? When will Theresa May decide to stop benefiting the rich and targeting suffering families? But my question is this: why the fuck did the voters in Maidenhead still vote in favour of a Tory seat? Crazy. This will continue and the wealthy and poor divide will escalate. Me and you, everybody, have to unite. Donate to a food bank today. I shall try and make a point of doing it. United, let's really start to make changes, because united we can have a better society and a better political system. We can, can't we? What do you think? Are you an ambulance driver, police officer? Are you suffering because of a low wage? Do you, or have you in the past, used a food bank? Don't be afraid to say there is nothing to be ashamed of. Place a comment in the box below and let us all know. Join the debate. why not click subscribe and get involved? Thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.